I built a couple pedestal lamps for a patio area in our yard. These things are about 12 inches square at the base. The top is about 17 inches square. I've got more detail. I make them out of extrusions of aluminum mostly, and pop rivets to hold them together. Stay tuned. Base is 12 inches squared and 1.5 inches tall. I made that with just a piece of sheet metal, folding the four sides down relatively thick so that it maintains its rigidity. The box or the light itself is 10 inches square, 9.5 inches tall. Again, the pieces are made out of mostly out of aluminum extrusions that you can buy at the hardware store. And the flat bar stock is also available at the hardware store in aluminum. This lamp I made out of galvanized steel and used solder, but you could do this with aluminum as well. Most of my joints are put together with pop rivets. So here's how I bent my own, but you could buy the angle iron. These are just applied to the base, mitering the corners so they fit tightly together, and they're pop riveted down. The corner bars, 9.5 inches long, are pop riveted to that lower frame, and the top 4 bars again are mitered and pop riveted to the upright bars, and that is basically the framework of the lamp. The top is made of these dimensions and has pretty much a hem bent into the outer edge of it. It goes together something like this, and again I just used other pieces of metal with a slight bend in them, more pop rivets to secure the top. It ended up being waterproof and very rigid. Then as for the design itself in the windows, so to speak, I did mine this way. Again, any design would do. You could make this look Craftsman or Prairie style or Mission style or anything you want. I put these pieces together with solder. You could do this with JB Weld as well. Once those pieces were built, those 4 faces of the lamp were built, I simply install them within that framework that I built earlier. Once those are in place, I got plexiglass, just plastic, fogged it by sanding it, and put those in place, and then put the lid on. Here's another lamp I built that you could also find a video for if you're curious to see how these go together in more detail. But same idea. I built a couple of sconces for the yard as well that are pretty much along the lines of this same style. So that's more an interruption or an interlude, but just tells you that it's easy to build lamps. So here are these pedestal lamps. I've got 2 of them. I wired them internally with 120 volt lamp parts for my socket. So the lamps in these are regular 120 volt lamps. However, you could build the exact same fixture using low voltage if you wanted to avoid dealing with 110. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.